Y'all see them in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, guys? Just here, back on my channel. We're back to the reaction to The Walking Dead. DARYL DIXON. This is season 1, episode 2, Alouette. And the only reason why I actually know that word is because of the CFL, Canadian Football League. For those that aren't aware, there's actually a team called the Montreal Alouettes, but even though I am Canadian, I don't even watch the CFL. I'm an American football fan. Raider Nation, let's go. But going back to the series premiere, I actually really enjoyed it for the most part. Aside from the opening, which was a little bit jarring, just picking up with DARYL on the open water, I would have much preferred having seen what actually occurred and what went down on the boat previously, but that's okay because we found out at the end of the episode anyways, and I guess that's better than nothing. But once he actually got to land, all was right with the world aside from the apocalypse and these new burners that we got to deal with. But we were also introduced to a kid, and even though DARYL was a little bit reluctant in taking on this mission and escorting him, you already knew he was going to do it eventually. So yeah, I'm excited to see what else the series has in store and what else France has to offer. So if you guys look for my full reaction to the show, link to my Patreon is down in the description below. Now subscribe to the channel. Now's a very good time to click that button down below. Smash the like button while you're there. That's it. Let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go. This is a great view to start. Who we start with though? I'm just gonna call her Kim Wexler for now because I didn't actually catch her name. And she definitely gives me Kim Wexler vibes. Dude was dancing like me. Oh shit. Bringing out the hard stuff. Okay. We did see the cuts on her wrist last episode too. I guess we're probably gonna see her breaking point. Or, oh, did the apocalypse pop off while she was out like this? It's going down. This is the very beginning. Yo! See how quick it's changing? This is so cool. And he's getting back up. Woo! Get in.
Right here? Paris, that's a straight shot.
Angers will be safer.
It'll definitely take longer, though.
Paris is bedlam. My mate Ollie's got a place in the Dordogne. We can stay there as long
And
as
we're going back.
10 minutes. Clock's ticking.
Lily!
My main concern would be my cats.
Lily! Oh, putain, doucement, il est super tôt là.
I would not be able to survive the apocalypse with 2 cats.
Quoi? On part ensemble, on part maintenant.
As long as it's not a burner, we're okay.
Asterix is very stubborn.
Regardless how many seasons, how long they do this, the budget.
Asterix!
No, it's okay.
The walkers always look fucking fantastic. Knowing The Walking Dead too,
Well, if he's lost.
next time we see that horse, it's gonna be dead. French Negan.
Get down!
And shoot an arrow at us? At DARYL? He is the one who shoots arrows. Another one. The kids?
Qu'est-ce que vous voulez?
On est des gens d'église. Louise. On a perdu notre mule, on s'est retrouvés coincés. Des bonnes sœurs.
C'est tes bonnes sœurs.
He's not none.
C'est une bonne sœur aussi.
Definitely not.
Il vient d'Amérique. Il a été envoyé en mission à l'époque.
Ok. Now I will to practice English out of respect for Father Daryl.
Father Daryl. Really? How do you survive?
We hunt. We grow food. We fix old clothes. And we keep up our lessons.
You've done all of this by yourselves. This,
They're showing them everything.
This is Madame Dubois.
This is not a good idea. So once she turns, this whole place is gonna go down.
Oh, you can sit here. And Father Daryl, we can come sit next to me.
Father Daryl.
One time, I walked backwards for 3 months, even on stairs. What I own it.
You can't sit there. That chair is for my brother.
Okay, we got some beef.
I'm sorry about that. 2 of our brothers are off on a mission right now. Father Daryl, would you lead us in a prayer of thanks?
You mean like saying grace?
Yeah.
Yes?
Rub-a-dub-dub. Thanks for the grub.
Lord? I'm sure you have your reasons, turning the whole world upside down.
Can't be good
And
ones.
we deserve it for being so mean to each other.
Okay, maybe that's one good one.
We probably do deserve it, but not tonight. No. Tonight is good. And if this isn't good enough for you, I don't know what is. Amen.
It was heartfelt. Felt real. Come a long way. There's a few seasons there. I think like season
Oh,
7,
Madame Dubois. She says that
where he just grunted.
manners are a mirror that shows our portrait. You're dangerous. We won't go there again.
You don't have to go. Just point me in the right direction.
You do want to save your teacher, right?
In the morning, we'll go together.
No way.
Ha! She's enjoying the moment. What do you think about Daryl? Like, for all these characters, old and new, they get a brief moment of happiness.
On the floor.
They're pulled right back into reality. Sharing a bed? I said it last episode. Connie's back at home.
I do know medicine will help that teacher.
It won't. We just need that horse.
What's going on?
Ça fait combien de temps? Quelques mois.
She's pregnant?
What did she say? Izzy, Izzy, come here.
We can't take her with us in that condition. Look around you. We have to stay mobile. It's not safe. We can drop her off somewhere on the way.
It's pretty much a death sentence if you drop her off, though.
Trust me. Find us somewhere safe. This will all be over. We're back in Paris in a few days, all right?
Okay.
She's slick, though. I saw her grab the key. And she is out. Yeah, it's kind of a fucked up thing to ask. Yeah, ditch your sister, your pregnant sister, at the side of a road. The horse! I told you guys, this is The Walking Dead.
Allez, file. Dégage.
If there is a horse that appears in The Walking Dead, it will be killed shortly after. It doesn't matter the showrunner, the writer, the producer. The Walking Dead hates horses. There it is.
There's empty seats at the table.
It's a castle, all right. That's a cool boat. Oh, wait. I think I saw something on her arm. Yeah. She was bit. Bit and baby's dying.
Je suis faire changer venir le beast in Bernadette.
It's the father.
J'ai été me faire mort tout à l'heure.
Promets-moi, tu t'occuperas de mon bébé.
It's like she knows already. To give someone that responsibility, though, man, it's a lot to ask.
Don't lie to me.
Laurent, attends.
Yeah, will this work?
Let's just even find a bigger one.
Yeah.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
He's locked her in.
We'll be safer in there. Besides, I'm better off on my own.
I know he's a one-man army, like he's proven that, but I don't know. He's also shown a few times that he does need help here and there.
Shut up.
Just the one?
You speak English?
Yeah. You from that school in town?
My name is Hérisson.
Harrison. Got it.
No, Hérisson,
Let's go, Hedgehog.
Hedgehog.
Back to school. Come on. You got 9 shots in there. Let's go in there.
Daryl's a goddamn weapons expert.
Keep him busy.
All right, do your thing, Hedgehog. Oh, Last of Us moment.
Drop it. Drop it. Sick fuck. Move.
God damn, a fellow American.
And I recognize him.
Name's RJ. RJ Gaines. Howdy Giddings. That's all that matters, brother.
I ain't your fucking brother.
Hey! I'm goddamn. Hey, I'm begging you. I got a wife and 4 kids waiting for me back home.
There ain't no home, asshole.
Start walking then.
What are you talking about?
East Coast, Midwest, even Texas.
He hasn't been home
Everybody you know back home is gone.
since it started.
Been gone a long time.
Explosion.
You don't know your ass from your elbow. If he tries anything, you shoot him.
Shut up, Texas. All those tanks. Oh!
Get back!
Oh, he's done.
I'm an American!
They don't give a fuck. That's what you get. Woo. What about the ones behind you? And thank God those were not burners down there. That would have been 10 times worse.
Julien!
Is his brother?
You lie! On peut pas le laisser comme ça.
Daryl?
It's too late.
Meds were never gonna help her.
Yeah, he already knew.
I lied to you to get a horse. She wait outside. I'll do it.
No, I will. I owe it to her.
Don't wait too long now. Again.
Merci pour tout, Manu.
He's got their respect. This is just what Daryl does, though. Goes place to place. Gets kidnapped, meets random groups,
Laurent,
does something for them. They love him by the end.
faut qu'on y aille.
I don't want to go. He never listened to me. I'm going to walk.
Went back to the nun's place?
My name's DARYL Dixon.
Oh,
I'm from a place called the Commonwealth. I went out looking for something.
kid.
Well, I found was trouble.
And now he knows everything. He's got the tape recording, the map, notes, letters,
I want him to know I tried.
pictures.
Hell, I'm still trying.
Oh no. We knew that was coming already, but still, doesn't make it any easier.
Elle bouge.
Attachez-la! Attachez-la!
Oh!
You guys,
Wait a second here. Don't tell me they're going straight Last of Us route.
No one ever called me special when I was a kid.
Immune?
Not in a good way, anyway.
Cure?
I didn't want to be special.
It is a miracle. The imagery here is a great shot with all the
What makes me
nuns,
so special anyway?
mother in the
I'm
back.
like other kids.
St. Laurent. Gotta find light in the darkness. I'm a glass half full type of guy after all.
Get away.
I don't want to see any previews. No, thank you. That's it for me. No teasers, no trailers, no sneak peeks. I'm good to go for the next episode. You guys already got me on board. What do I need to see more teasers or next episode previews for? But alright guys, that was The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, Season 1, Episode 2, Alouette, and this was another solid episode. Really enjoyed this one. I actually might have even enjoyed this one more than the first one, believe it or not, the season premiere, the series premiere. I gotta say right off the bat too, that opening scene with the initial outbreak in France, why was that not the series premiere opening? That was way better than what we got with just Daryl on the open water, the open sea, because that one just opened up with so many questions. This episode, this should have been the actual opening up for the series premiere, or the original opening for it, because honestly, initially, right away, I was pulled in. I was like, all right, are we going way back? Because we don't really go back too often. So the fact that we actually got to go back before the actual apocalypse, got to see her party life a little bit of the nun, and then see the actual outbreak as it took place in real time there in France was absolutely insane. And we just watched, or I just watched, much like a lot of people, just watched The Last of Us recently, where we got to see the exact same thing, a major outbreak and just everything pop off. So I don't know, it's just something that I will never get sick of, no matter how many movies, no matter how many TV series I watch. Whenever there's an outbreak, seeing it from the very start, rather than just kind of picking up in the outbreak or in the apocalypse later, like years on, or just kind of like fast forwarding past that. For whatever reason, I feel like a lot of films and TV shows, they skip over that portion when that's the most exciting part that I really want to see the most. So yeah, I'm glad that we really got to see it here, because just seeing it go down, seeing it take place in Europe and France, it's like, yes, I want to see it take place in every part of the world. Give me a goddamn Canadian spin-off. I will never stop asking for that. I mentioned it in the season opener. I will mention the next episode as well, because I really want that. But yeah, this episode, we got pretty much a side quest from Daryl and his little troop here, because obviously, I said during the episode, but every single time that there's a horse, it is going to be killed off shortly after. That's the exact same thing that happened here, because the mule, as we were on our little trek, obviously we stumbled across more walkers. Daryl cut it loose, it ran off, was killed shortly after, as it was discovered by, what's his name, Laurent? He named after the one saint, and that was super cool, the backstory too, how we got to see, I guess, his origins, where the one main nun, I'm just going to basically call her, for the sake, until I actually learn her name, for the sake of these recaps, I'm just going to refer to her as Kim Wexler, because legit, that's the exact look that I get from her. Like, she reminds me so much of Kim Wexler and the actress from Better Call Saul. I can't be the only one out there, but yes, Nun Wexler. So it was her sister at first, and being introduced to her, I love seeing that part of the backstory too, where right away we find out that she's pregnant, and her boyfriend, I guess, or I guess it was partner, boyfriend, husband, I don't know, fiance. We weren't really told that much, but her partner, let's just leave it at that, picks her up, saves the day, as she's like pretty much in shock watching it all go down out of the street. In the backstory, pre-apocalypse, which was absolutely fantastic. He saves her, rescues her when he shows up, and then that's when they go back to her place. She picks up her sister, finds out her sister is sick, and then at one point of the trip, when she's like starting to throw up, getting really, really sick on the ride, getting out of town, I guess, when it hasn't fully made its way out there just yet, when I guess it was a little bit slower out in the country. It makes more sense that way too, because the city having more people in there, being more populated, obviously the outbreak is going to spread quicker with more people bit, zombies, walkers, more people, more to go after. It just makes sense. But they escaped the initial, I guess, the city. They got out of the city, they got out of town, and then where they were, like the outskirts of town, it hadn't reached there just yet because people were still lining up for gas, like still acting somewhat normal. And that's when they found out that the sister was really, I guess, pregnant and sick. The boyfriend or partner was like, "Yeah, we gotta drop her off somewhere just on the side of a road. There's got to be a clinic or something. Like we can't bring her with us." And then what was this dude thinking? Because honestly, you're gonna ask your partner to just bail on their loved one, their sister, nonetheless, and choose you over her. So yeah, that was never gonna happen. Soon as he mentioned that, I was like, yeah, you're done, bud. So she stole the key from him, and then she just took off. And I think he knew right away too. He's like, he didn't even get upset. He's like, watch them drive off. He's like, yeah, I kind of deserve that. So yeah, that was the last that we saw of him. At least I think we're probably not gonna see him again, or will we? We shall see. But that was pretty cool because then later on in the episode, still part of the flashback, we see her actually give birth. Well, before she actually turns, which is the really crazy thing. I don't know if they're going to go the same route as The Last of Us. Maybe that's the route that they're trying to go, that they're already trying to tell us that we're on. This is the route that we're on right now, where because the mom turned before actually giving birth and then gave birth and they got the baby out in time, and he's still attached to umbilical cord and all. They cut that, and he's perfectly healthy kid. So is he immune, or is he a possible cure for the future for this virus for the dead? Because I don't know how I feel about that. One thing about the comics, it's not really a spoiler, it's just it's been like widely known that they never reveal what the actual cause is. There's been tons of speculation, something from space, outer space. I think Robert Kirkman has joked around about that plenty of times, but it was never actually revealed. I know, well, which one was it? I think there was like a spin-off too. It wasn't actually canon though, where they actually went that route, where it was from outer space, because he's always joked about that. He's always mentioned it about, you guys want to know? It's from outer space. So we never actually knew where it was from. So the fact that, I don't know, I just kind of like it being like just God himself. This is what God did. Does he even really need a reason? Like they talked about a little bit this episode too, when Daryl was giving grace or saying grace there. He's like, God, I don't know what the reason was for having this happen. We probably deserved it, but at least for this night, we don't. Like, let us just have a peaceful night. So yeah, I've kind of always liked it, just the fact that we don't really know and that it just happened and fucking there's no way to get over it. Like, this is the new world. This is what we got to deal with now. We've lost pretty much most of the population. I don't know, like 80% of the population. Maybe it was just because of God. We made a lot of poor decisions, a lot of poor choices, and now we're having to face the consequences for them. So I've always kind of liked that, and I don't really want there to be a cure, a way out of it, you know? So yeah, hopefully it's just like a false prophet, because there's no way, like we've never seen anything like this before, where a baby was born from a zombie mother. So that's freaking crazy in itself. Like we've seen that in Dawn of the Dead, the remake, which is absolutely awesome movie as well. If you guys have never seen that, I'm sure most of you have, but definitely check that out. But let's just say it didn't go quite as well as we saw in this show. So yeah, I just hope that they're thinking that he is a possible prophet because of the fact that he did survive that, and he isn't actually, or he won't actually be the Messiah or anything like that. Because yeah, we don't really need that part in the show. Like I have no problem with people believing in that, but I don't want that to actually be true. I want that to actually be the case. So yeah, hopefully he is just more or less just a false prophet, but at least for now, he's a good kid, a little bit moody. He was pissing me off a little bit this episode, but that's okay. And then the rest of the mission, obviously, it's like typical Daryl, man. We know Daryl by now. No matter what series, what show, spin-off at this point, when it comes to Daryl, he's gonna get kidnapped. He's gonna meet, all right, here's the steps of Daryl. He's gonna meet new people. He's gonna be kidnapped. He's gonna be forced to do something for them. He helps them out in the end. They come to love him, and then they go their separate ways as friends. So that's pretty much the Daryl story, and we got more of it in a nutshell, in a recap, one episode right here. So yeah, I still enjoyed it though, because like I said, this is just Daryl. This is just what he does. This is no different. It doesn't matter if it's in the United States or in Europe or in France or wherever the fuck you put him. This is what he's gonna do. He's gonna meet people and he's gonna help them. That's just Daryl Dixon. So yeah, it was great to see. And then this exact same thing happened here. And then the one dude that he ran across, the Texan, he's like, "Hey, brother, I'm from Texas. We're friends. We're brothers." And he's like, "I ain't your fucking brother." So that was pretty cool to see. I really did enjoy the action from this episode as well, where Daryl was forced into the moat. And that was just a cool thing in itself. A moat filled with walkers, but of course Daryl's gonna survive it. He's not gonna die anytime soon. So I know it's still super intense. Every single close call, every close encounter that he has with these walkers or with a villain. Let's just be real here. He's not gonna die, which I'm perfectly fine with. It still makes for good TV because we still love Daryl, so we don't want to see him die, and that's why I have no problem with these close encounters. Like, very much like the one that we got this episode where he was in the moat, and we got some great action out of that scene as well, where he blew up a lot of them. Yes, a lot of it was unbelievable, where all the ones behind him were suddenly just knocked back, no longer coming for him after the ones in front of him were blown up. But you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that. Then Daryl helped out even more afterwards, after the kids eventually saved him. He helped put down the one, I think it was the brother of the one kid. But the last thing I did want to mention about these kids as well is, I mentioned during the episode, but for anyone that's played Telltale Games, The Walking Dead Season 4, I think it is, yeah, this was pretty much, it reminded me exactly of that, because I think it's like a preschool or an abandoned orphanage, pretty much very much like this, an abandoned school, an old school, and it's filled with tons of kids. That's like our group of people for the story. So I don't know if they kind of like took a little bit from that, but we didn't actually meet Clem or anything like that. I feel like that's another show I really hope we get one day, but I'll save that whole discussion for another video. But that's basically it for me, guys. Another fun episode. Really enjoyed it. As always, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys can like and subscribe, really helps my channel grow. Till next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, damn. You play me like a yo-yo and shit, well, I'm not the one to be.